Oh, yeah, man. What a lot of fun that is, I'm telling you right now. Very, very fun. Let me take this stuff off here, and we will get started. Oh, boy. Got this on. And we got to cut this fan off, too. And I think I got to unplug some... Oh, yeah. Got to unplug the fan. Oh, wait a minute. Before I get started, before I put this guitar up anyway, let me move the mic over. This is it. This is the new addition to the family. It is a Schecter Sun Valley shredder. And it does have the Satriani in the neck. Floyd Rose. We'll go over all that stuff. Let me get situated here. I've got, you can see another pedal board behind me here that goes to this wet setup here. Man, I got so much stuff going on, I can't move in here. Let me unplug these other wireless units. They've been on charge. Man, been in charge by an hour. All right. I'm coming. Chair back. If I don't, man, I can't move. Go figure, right? Go figure. Okay. Oh, yeah. We got to get some comments here. Okay. All right, let's change the camera. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Let's make sure we get our applause ready here. Let's go to the comments section first. Let me see. And let me go up to the top. All right. First up, Large Car Lifestyle. What's up, man? I got to play Ricky a song, man. I told him if he was here, I'd play him an Allman Brothers song. So, oh, you're riding down the road, but you're listening. Oh, man, be careful, bro. That's right. You was leaving out tonight. Man, dang. Bloody Soup 74, what's going on? He says, can't wait for the reveal. Hey guys, hopefully everything is good, Joe. Yes, thank you, man. Well, you know what it is now, brother. You see it now. Always, if you're new here, I like to play one or two songs in the beginning of the show, and then the rest of the show we chat with the fine people of the community here. Cushman in the house. Cushman, what's going on, man? And we also have Mr. Tim Thomas. Hey, Tim. How are you, man? Thank you for being here. Thank you very much for being here, man. Let's see. We got other people saying hello. That's awesome. Awesome. Michael Curtis in the chat. What's up, brother, man? How are you doing? He says that's one of my favorite Satch songs. Yeah, that's the only Satch song I can half-ass play, man. I love Satch. I love his stuff. And there was a song by him that I've heard, and I didn't know the title of it. Sorry, I'm popping my fingers. I've been doing a deep dive with Satch these past 2 weeks. I've been looking at some of his old concerts, and the reason I got that guitar, the Sun Valley Shredder, was really because of Satch. And I put it on the stand right there because of the Satriani, because Satch's JS models have that built in. And if you haven't seen the video where my friend Ralph and I went to Guitar Center in Spartanburg, that's the first, on that particular visit, was the first time I messed with a Satriani pickup. And when I heard it, I was like, oh, I love it. You know, awesome. Cushman says, some good playing tonight. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your kind words. It's not professional, but we're having fun. That's what it's all about. And Dave Orkin in the chat. Hey, my friend, how are you? Hey, Dave. Thank you. Dave Orkin got some nice guitars too, man. Bloody Soup's got a question. Says, what kind of wah pedal do I use? It's the EVH wah pedal. Yes, sir. I love that pedal, man. It's EVH is my first choice, and then just the standard Crybaby is choice number 2. The EVH wah pedal runs about, I think they're about don't quote me. I got mine from Amazon. You can find them there. I think they're about 169, 149, give or take. I'm not 100% sure, but I had one before and it just gave out. And I had another couple of wah pedals that just gave out over some years, not like right away. Tim Thomas, he goes, awesome, new guitar day. Yeah, it's new guitar day is always fun, isn't it? It's always fun. And Cushman says, awesome. Thank you, man. Let's give him a round of applause for that kind comment. Thank you. Oh, man, this thing just said, phew. Let's see. Hey, I'm getting to him, y'all. Tim says, hey, Joe. Hey, man, I know I'm kind of getting behind here, but it gives time for people to jump in, And, hey, Greasy Monkey Guitars is here. All right, my friend. How are you doing, sir? Good to see you, man. Let's see. Dave Orkin chimes in on his favorite Satriani tunes. Surfing with the Halen and Flying in a Blue Dream are my two favorite albums. Me too, man. Yeah. When I first heard Satch, I think it was Satch Boogie, yeah. From, of course, Surfing with the Halen, and I was coming down the road in my 87 Chevy Cavalier, man. Had the window down. I was smoking. Back then, I used to smoke. And I was smoking, and I was on the way back from an old girlfriend's house. I was feeling good, man. Life was good. It was summertime, man. In that Cavalier, there was no AC. You just had to roll the windows down. It was a new car, too. It just didn't come with AC at the time. And lit up a smoke, and I turned the radio on. I remember in Charlotte. This is when I lived in Charlotte, of course. And I think the rock station back then was 95 WROQ, 95Q, I think. And I heard it was in the middle of the song of Satch Boogie. It was the tapping part. And so I heard it, and I was like, my first instinct was, oh, Van Halen's got a new song out, because I heard the tapping thing going on. And it kept on going. Then it got to the and it went to that, and I was like, when's Sammy start singing? And of course, obviously, I was like, who is that? And the DJ like, dude from Joe Satriani, Satch Boogie, and I was like, who? I didn't, but yeah, I loved it, man. From then on, I've always loved Satch, man. Always enjoyed his music, man. Let's see here. Michael Curtis has a question. Do you have your black JS Ibanez handy? I like to hear that sometime. I don't have it right here, sir. Actually, I need to break out the Black Dog, the Joe Satriani Black Dog. Those are very rare. It's not an original Black Dog. It's a Joe Satriani JS model. The person I bought it from, they hand painted all the whatever you call it, the paint job. Everything was done. It's amazing. And got it off of Rivera, man, a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And I tell you what, I'll play that next time, if that's fair, since I've already played. See, man, I played a long time last night, man. Look at that. Look how black that look at that. I played a long time last night, and I've been in here for about an hour tonight, and my fingertips are they're pretty tender, man. But Michael Curtis, I'll do that next week. I'll play the Black Dog JS model. How about that? And we'll get down with some of that. Let's see. Dave Orkin, Joe, have you tried that new Playwell Tank Q pedal? Am I looking at that right? No, sir, I have not. I have not. There's a new pedal. Uh-oh, I need to look into that. I have not. Hey, Ralph the German Butcher, what's up, man? What's up, brother? He says new guitar day for Joe is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, shoot, man. Hey, I'll take it, brother. I'll take it. Tim Thomas says, the good old days, man. Let's see. Oh, I know, ain't that? That's a good point, man. Bloody Suit says, every time I see Satch, he reminds me of Voldemort, the dude from Harry Potter. Yeah. I remember when G3 come out in the first G3 tour. I remember I had the poster from one of my guitar magazines. That was what? That was 94, 93 or 94. And that was when I saw Satch was bald, and I was like, holy crap, what happened to all of his hair, man? And but anyway, I love Satch, man. I was watching a video today about how to play Satch Boogie. I was like, I don't know if I can do that. If I can do that, man, damn, there's a lot going on in that song. But of course, the people that can play it, they got it on YouTube. Here's how you do it, and they're doing it like it's nothing. And I'll be like, oh my god, dude. So that's why I stick with this Satch song here. It's about the only one I can even kind of get close to. And I've seen Satch. I've seen him live twice. I've seen him on Flying in the Blue Dream tour. Saw him then, and once on an Experience Hendrix concert. They came to the Fox Theater in Atlanta, and one of my old bandmates, Dave, Diamond Dave, the drummer, cool as hell dude. He bought me a ticket, man, and I drove down there and we met up and we went to the show, and then I spent the night with him at his place, and then the next day I came here and I got a T-shirt somewhere in there from that concert. I know I can't wear it; it's too small now, but yeah, man. I saw Satch play on that show, on that tour. He came out and played All Along the Watchtower. Yeah, man. Michael Curtis said that I was today years old when I found out that Joe Satriani is 68 years old. That makes me feel old somehow. Yeah, he's getting up there, man. But he can still jam. He can throw down, boy. I'm telling you. Golly, man. Well, let me. I actually have this ready to show y'all if you want. If you're interested in the Schecter guitar that I just played, I've got a tab pulled up, and I put a link in the description of this video if you want to look for yourself for that guitar. Let's see. Let me get share. Let me go right here. I got to go back. Let's see. We got to add to scene, and we have to present our spotlight right here. And look at that. Ain't that pretty, man? That's gorgeous. That's it right there. It is the Schecter Sun Valley Shredder Floyd Rose and a Strat style electric guitar. I love this guitar. And I was able to get mine as a blemished product. So I got mine for a really good deal. But here you can see the close-up. Let me see if we can get a different angle here. Yeah, look at that. Now, I didn't see any blemish on it when I got it. And if you look, you can see on the Floyd Rose, they actually upgraded it with the stainless steel upgrades. I thought that was really cool. And on the back, you have two 9-volt battery compartments. One for your bridge EMG pickup, and one, of course, for the Sustainiac. And I went ahead and put 2 new batteries in it last night, actually. I'm glad I did, because it sounds a lot stronger now. And there's the locking nut even has the stainless steel locking screws. I was shocked, man. I was like, wow. That's it, man. And it's just, I noticed that it was a lot better to go this route as opposed to the that guitar I saw at Guitar Center, that Schecter C1. It was a nice guitar. Don't get me wrong, but they wanted like $1,030 for it, and I could just tell by the feel of it. Look at it, wasn't $1,000 guitar, not in my opinion. And the Floyd Rose was cheap, man. It's really cheap. Let's see if I can scroll down. Let's see here. That is pretty nice, Bloody Soup. It is. It feels wonderful. The guitar feels amazing, and it's not too heavy, and it's really nice, man. And this is my very first Schecter I've ever owned. And before I move on, I need to give a big shout out, man, to a subscriber. I'm just going to say his first name, Mr. Frank. Wow, he blew my mind, man. I couldn't believe it. He made a suggestion about, he does have the Schecter CR1, and he was going to let me borrow it if I wanted to. And no strings attached, no nothing. He said, if you want to borrow it, man, I'll meet you somewhere or whatever. And he was going to let me borrow it. But and that was so nice. So, Mr. Frank, if you watch this on the replay, or if you're watching now, thank you, man. That was very, very nice. But my only concern was if something were to happen to it, not that it would, but if something were, well, I just damaged somebody else's property, and I couldn't deal with that, man. So, but that was super nice. That was really, really nice. I was like, man, nobody's ever offered that. And that was really cool, man. So, but just that alone shows the kind of character Mr. Frank is and his personality. So thank you, man. That was super nice, man. Thank you, Mr. Frank, for just being nice, man. One very nice human being. Thank you. We got Mr. Martin in the chat, man. He says, I also got a Schecter this week, a Schecter Tempest Custom, and I can't put it down. It's on my knees right now. Oh, congratulations, new guitar day for Martin. Does it have a Sustainiac in the neck? I'm just curious. I'm not familiar with Schecter guitars, just the one I saw at Guitar Center, and of course the one I'm playing, or that I did play tonight. And that color, if you missed it on the screen share, it's called Rivera Blue. That's the name of the color. And it reminds me of an Ibanez too, man, like a RG, or a cross between the Ibanez RG and a Charvel, Pro Mod or something. I mean, a Sandema, excuse me. That's what it reminds me of, a mix of those two. Terry, what's going on, man? I went to school with Terry. What's up, brother? He said, only problem with that guitar is that it's Carolina Blue. Wait a minute, man. Are you a Duke fan? Terry, I can't remember. My father was a huge Duke Blue Devils fan. And I always pulled, it don't matter who I pulled for, but I always pulled for Tar Heels. But let's see. Yes, the matching headstock. Yeah, this motorcycle going past. Girls. But yeah, man, I like that too. The matching headstock's nice. Can you see it in red? I don't know. Let's see. Do they have it in red? Let me go back over here and look and see if they have it. They probably do. Let's see. Yeah, they do. Red Rain. Wow, it's $1,000. It jumps from $899 to $1,000 because it's red. Let me see. Hang on. Ugh, I don't like that. That red looks. I mean, I'll show it to you, man. You might like it. I don't know. Maybe other people will. Let's see here. Let's see. We'll screen share this and hit share. And I got to Add to scene and present. All right, let's see. Let me go back over here. This is Red Rain, REIGN. And looks okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's if it was like that Red Ibanez at Guitar Center, I would like it the color better. But this is more kind of like the Schecter, the C1. It was kind of like this, but just it resembles that really. But it's okay. It's all right. It doesn't really pop. I don't know. I think the blue stands out better, but that's just me. But there's the red, and it's $1,000. But it is what it is, right? Everybody's different, man. Let's see if we can cut that screen share off. Okay, all right, make sure we're doing that. So there we go, my friend. I hope that did for you there. Mr. Dave Orkin, he says, Joe, I have an extra set of purple Munster bolts for the locking titanium for the SBS if you want. Oh, really? Oh, man. Munster bolts are fantastic, man. That's exactly, yes, the locking screws, yes. Wow, that's nice, man. Yeah, I'll take them. I mean, that would really match really nice. Yeah, just email me and I'll hit you up with my address, man, if you want to do that. If you're, you don't have to do that, man, but if you want to, that would match nice, man. Yeah. I think I got the stainless steel on there right now. Where's it at? Yeah, I got the stainless steel ones on there right now. Okay, Martin, Mr. Martin got a new Schecter today as well. He goes, no Sustainiac on the Tempest. Pasadena pickups. It's a hardtail. A bit like a Les Paul, but double cut. Nice, man. Nice. New guitar day for Mr. Martin. Terry M. Asked if he was a Duke fan. He said, yes, Duke, baby, all the way. Was Danny Griffin, was he Duke as well, or was he Tar Heels? I don't remember. I remember him being a fan of one of those in high school. I can't remember. Yes, the German Butcher says that Schecter in the red is a little dark. Yeah, that's what I felt. I mean, it's okay, but the Rivera blue, man, it just pops. It just, I don't know. I think it just catches the eye better. I mean, you can see it even right there. It's just, man, it just pops really good, I think. Oh, Michael Curtis says he likes the red. I went, yeah. He goes, I like that red. I didn't think I was going to be able to see it because I accidentally logged off the chat and it went to another video. Oops. Yeah, the red's not bad. It's in what you like, Dave Orkin said he had some extra locking screws, Munster bolts. Yeah, okay, yeah, that'd be great, man. If you want to do that, that's great, man. Yeah, Munster bolts are great. I've been getting those. I get them from Amazon. And they're not cheap, but they're not really bad. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you, and I'm not saying nothing bad at all. So please, nobody take it this way. FU-Tone's got some nice stuff, but those locking screws, man, you're going to pay for them. If you want them, the titanium, you want to pay. And I've done it before, but then when I came across Munster bolts on Amazon, that's who I went from now on. That's just what I do, man. Just my personal opinion, and it's nothing bad. I mean, same quality and save some money. Mr. Mick, hey, man. How are you doing, sir? Mr. Mick with the awesome music room. Yes, sir. Oh, really? Well, I just learned something then. Dave Orkin says Munster bolts are cheaper on their site. Thank you for letting me know that. I definitely will look into that. I'll have to check that out, man, because yeah, I definitely have to check that out, man. I am. What is it? Mustardbolts.com? Much cheaper, really? Man, let me see here. Pardon me for a second while I Google this, because I didn't know if they had a their own site or they just sold strictly through Amazon. Let's see here. See if they're monsterbolts.com official site. Well, looky here. I know you can't see it yet. Let me let's see here. Here we go. Let's see. Man, there's all kind of things on here. Let's see. We want let me see if I can go. Okay. Wow. I'm not quite sure where to go. I don't know. I don't know what size to go for the Floyd Rose. It just gets given all these different sizes, man. I have no idea. I don't know which one to go to. Dave, can you tell me, Mr. Orkin? Hey, Randy Price, what's going on, man? How are you doing, sir? I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing all right. Randy Shredder Price. What's going on, man? Yeah, I don't know what size to look for those Munster bolts. I have to look into that, man. I don't want to bore y'all with doing that. We were talking about Effie-Tone, ordering locking screws from there as opposed to like Munster bolts. And, I'm just glad there's some more choices now. Greasy Monkey says Effie-Tone is having a 15% off flash sale going on. Well, that's nice. That's cool, man. That's good. That's good. And don't get me wrong, man. I've got some great stuff from there. I was just, let's see. Just looking at the chat here. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Randy Price says he is staying busy, man. Hope you're doing well. Yes, sir. Doing okay, man. Thank you very much, Randy. Yeah, I've been busy over here too, man. I seems like, I don't know. I know this is a cliche thing to say, but it seems like the older I get, the less time I have to do anything. I guess that's the way it is for everybody, man. It's just the way it goes. On the Dave Orkin says, look all the way on the bottom left. Now, you talking about on the home page and scroll all the way down to the bottom left? Is that what you mean? Or I was wanting to look to see what those things sold for, those locking screws on monsterbolts.com. I see they have different sizes on one of the pictures, and I was like, oh, he says yes. All right, let me, I haven't closed the window yet, so let me see. See if I can go all the way on the bottom left, he says. No, that ain't it. I don't know, man. There's so many different pictures. It might be just different. I don't know, man. I need to know the size, exactly what size to get for the Floyd Rose screws. I have no idea. It just says, different things. 3/8 by half socket head cap screw. I don't know. It says all this other stuff. I don't know. I don't want to bore y'all with me trying to look at that. I can look at that later, but let's see here. What's that now? Randy says, yes, sir. I completely understand that. Then again, I slept half the day away. That's okay, man. That's all right. You know, it's all good, man. Nothing wrong with getting some rest, man. Dave Orkin says, look on monsterbolts.com and it says guitar parts. That's what I was looking for, or trying to look for, Randy. I was trying to find the, we was talking about the locking screws, you know, for your Floyd Rose at the top. And I like to buy Munster bolts, locking screws from Amazon. And Mr. Orkin said that if you go to monsterbolts.com, you can get them cheaper. And let's see, something that says guitar parts. I don't see anything that says guitar parts. Oh my God, I feel really. Don't see anything. Oh yeah. It doesn't say anything unless I'm not on the right thing. It says Munster bolts. I don't know what else it could be. I don't know, man. It just has all these different sizes. Let's see here. See if I go to Amazon. Let's see. Munster bolts, Amazon. Let's see. There we go. Titanium locking screws. Oh, don't tell me you're going to do that again. Let's see. It wants me to put in a code every time. KZXG. Let's see if that comes up. Oh, God. HHH. What is it not doing? HHH. K. I don't know why it makes you do all this. Why can't it just... Here we go. See, here you go. All right. Let me go off of here. Let me go back to here. Hang on. I'm sorry. Screen share. This is why I like Amazon. It's just easier for me, but here we go. Oh, Jesus. Still getting used to this stupid thing. Add to scene. Thank God. Here's what I'm talking about. So these are on the Amazon. They're $15.60. You get 3 of them. Here's the purple that, oh man, those are nice. Purple right there that Mr. Orkin was talking about. Those are $17.85. That's still not bad. But visit the Munster Bolts store. Maybe I didn't put in the right thing. Let's see. Is it going to... Oh, see? It didn't come up like this. It didn't come up like that. Guitar screw set. See, that didn't come up the first time. Let's see how much they are. All right, Mr. Orkin, you ready? Let's see. Oh, wow. Let's see. We just want the 3. Okay. Let's see if they give us any options here. Any color options, that is. All right, there's the purple. Still the... Oh, man, I done messed up. What did I do wrong? Let's see. So... Oh. Okay. Oh, well. It's just going back to the same thing. It's still on Amazon, but I'll have to look at it later. But yeah, those purple, that'd be slick, man, on the SBS model right there. That would be slick right there, man. That's nice. Man, that's nice. Yeah, buddy. I appreciate that, my friend. That would be really nice. Let's see. When you get to the chat here, I don't want to ignore the chat. The dog put in the house. Hey, man. I ain't seen you in like 2 weeks. Yes, Mr. Price. Yeah. You know now. I was trying to hunt them down on the thing there. Yeah. Oh, Rod. Hey, Rod. What's going on, man? How are you doing? He says, I found them on the bottom left of the home screen. I just emailed you a pic. Oh, let me see, man. Oh, okay. Thank you, Rod. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I will definitely look into that later. Because if that's true, man, I will order them from their site instead of Amazon. But Mr. Price says the locking nut screws are 8 millimeter. Oh, okay. 4 times. Oh, okay. Thank you. Dave says, and Dave's like, hey, dude, I'm looking right at them. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying, but we will definitely check that out. Let's see. Oh, wow. You've been ordering from... Oh, you ordered something from Schuyler? Oh, okay. Check the link in the chat, Dave says. Okay. Martin has a question. On Munster's Bolt site, they are $14 instead of $17. But does that include shipping? I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably not, I would imagine. I wouldn't think. Hey, Mr. Brian Peterson. Hey, Joe. Good evening. Hey, man. How are you, sir? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. We're just talking all kind of guitar stuff here. The locking screws up top, and munsterbolts.com, Munster Bolts on Amazon. Those are fantastic locking screw upgrades. Also, speaking of upgrades, if you're wanting to upgrade a trim system from a shoddy Floyd Rose, like a Floyd Rose Old Special or something, go for the Godot 1996T. That's the trims I always upgrade with. The reason I'm saying this, I've had a few people contact me and ask me, they must be watching some old videos or something, and said, hey man, what are you using? Where do you get that from? And I put the link in the, when I respond back to them in the comments of the YouTube comment section, I put the link in there. So yeah, you can always go to Amazon. That's where I get my Godot trims from, is Amazon. The chrome ones run about $129, $139. You can get the black ones for maybe, I don't know, $109. And of course the gold, they're about maybe $140 or something. They kind of fluctuate, but if you're going to upgrade a trim, I highly suggest that. Yeah. Yes. Floyd Rose trim, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's and also people have asked me if, cause the Godots come with their own replacement post, but the the sockets that they, that you put down into the body of the guitar, those are a lot bigger in circumference. So what I do is I don't use those. I just buy upgraded right here. Let me show you. I buy the upgraded Floyd Rose post. That's what these are. See there? Those are the gold. Probably doesn't come across on camera. That's the gold. And I just unscrew the old ones, because if you're swapping out a cheap trim system, the posts are going to be shoddy. So you want to unscrew those posts, toss them in the trash, and put those upgraded Floyd Rose posts in. Just screw them in and, put your trim system on. I've done videos on this stuff, man. If you just look on this channel on replacing or upgrading a trim, it's not that bad. I've done videos on it probably 4 or 5 times. And and the only thing is, when I did my first video on one, I didn't know at the time that you had to replace the post. I didn't know that. This was like, I don't know, a few years ago or something. I just swapped out the trim, and I found out from experience that every time I do a dial bomb, after I got everything tuned to everything, and everything kept going flat. And I tune up the fine tuners. I tune it up, get it to pitch, do a couple of dials, it'd go flat. I was like, what the hell's wrong with this thing? So you can make adjustments to the bear claw on the back. Those 2 screws in that bear claw, you can tighten those a little bit, and that'll pull the balance a little bit more. But if the posts are soft metal, it'll dig in after a while, and it won't. I'm telling you, man, it happened to me. So that's how I found out. I found out the hard way. And so you want to also upgrade your post, and you can get those Floyd Rose upgrade posts from Amazon as well. That was the gold ones. I got those, actually, believe it or not, I got those off eBay because I couldn't find them anywhere else at the time. But the chrome ones and the black ones you can find on Amazon all day long. And it's a good piece of advice. Brian says, thank you. I have seen the colored ones. They are cool. You talking about the Floyd Rose post? Or do you mean the locking screws? I'm not quite sure. I guess that's what you meant, the Floyd Rose. But on that first Floyd upgrade video I didn't swap out the post. Man, people were lighting my ass up in the comments. Hey, you didn't change the post, man. You gotta blah, 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 blah. And so I'd already changed them out after I found out what was wrong. And you would get these comments. And I was trying to respond to people, and I said, look, man, I replaced the post just to let you know. It didn't matter. People are too lazy to read the comments. They just see, well, you didn't replay, and they go straight to the comment section. It's like, damn, cuz. Oh, okay, Mr. Pete. Yeah, those purple locking screws, yeah. Yeah, those are cool, man. Those are made by a company called Munster Bolts. Those are awesome. Yeah. Absolutely, man. And what other colors did they have? Let me look. They got black. They got black, stainless, titanium. They got the blue and the purple and the gold. Okay. Let me show you all that one more in case you didn't see it. Well, I know you didn't see it just then. Let's see here. And the scene. So there you go. There's the purple, as you can tell. And so there's the black. I just don't want black. Again, these are titanium, man. These are incredible quality. And you got the stainless right there. There's the titanium. I've got a few of those. That blue looks good. Hey, wait a minute. I should get that for the Schecter. Man, and of course the purple and the gold. Man, I need to come up with a name for the Schecter. Anybody got any good names? Any good ideas? Any good ideas? I have not had time to even think of a name yet. Let's see here. Mr. Orkin says that he just replaced the bear claw to brass. Oh, nice, man. Yeah. Very nice. I've never done that for the claw. I guess it'd be a great upgrade. Now, my next project is a guitar build. I've got all the parts except one. I'm waiting on one. It'll be it says it'll be delivered Monday. And you know, which I was hoping it would come today, but because I was going to stay up late and put it together. But let me ask the chat, since y'all were in here. Wait a minute. Also, if you have a name for the new Schecter, let me know. We'll see what happens. There it is right there, the Rivera Blue. And need to come up with a name, man. Brian says you're a Blue Angel. Well, that was the Ibanez. That was the I'm not quite sure, Mr. Peterson, what you meant. The the blue locking screws for the Blue Angel. Well, I put gold on there, if that's what you're talking about. I put gold on there because of the gold hardware, if that's what you mean. If not, I'm sorry. It's hard to make out some of these things sometimes in the chat. Dave Workin says he named his SBS purple guitar the Purple Nurple. Those are great guitars, man. Great guitars. SBS, man. Awesome. Fantastic guitars. Purple Rain. Well, it's I can't. If you're talking about the Schecter, it's blue. I can't really say Purple Rain, I don't guess, but if that's what you're referring to. Martin says, is it Sky Serenade? Is that what he's saying? Let's see. Well, I like that. Martin says the Blue Whisper. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Mick has a question. Joe, do you get to go to trim upgrade with the 40 millimeter block? Yes, I do. That's another reason why that I leave the back cavity covers off, because the blocks are a little bit bigger, and it depends on the guitar. And that's just what I like. I like the 40 millimeter block anyway, because it just seems to ring out better, a little bit more sustain. But yes, that's what I get. I mean, you know, everybody's different. Some people like to have that back cavity door on, and some I don't, because if I have to make adjustments to that claw, because most of the back cavity doors on some of these guitars don't have the pre-drilled outlets on them, whatever you want to call it, so you can just stick a screwdriver in there. Now this does, the Schecter does, but a lot of my other ones didn't, and I got tired of taking the cavity door off and on, so I just left them off. So when I was selling guitars, I had to find the cavity doors and put them back on, and I had to order some screws, you know, the little screws. Let's see. We're looking for possible names for the new Rivera Blue Schecter that I got. Yeah, somebody, I'm trying to think who it was. Somebody who named Blue Angel, my Ibanez Blue Angel. Was it Billy? EVH 5150. I don't know if I can't remember his name. I'm not quite sure, but he came up with that name. Greasy Monkey says, you can call it Rivy. I've already, Blue Dream. Well, I might can use that because I had that for another guitar, but I sold it. So Blue Dream, that's in the running right there. Cause I had that name. I had that name for another guitar, and the blue Charvel, I sold it, and the LTD, I got rid of that too, and I think I called it Blue Dream. Yeah, I don't know, that might work. Let's see if anybody else has any ideas. Martin says Misty Lagoon. Play Misty for me. Mr. Mick says the Blue Meanie. I like that too. Man, y'all coming up with some good names, man. Good Lord. Greasy. Man, I love that show. Heisenberg, since it's blue like the meth. Man, don't get me started on Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. I love those shows, man. Breaking Bad won all kind of awards. Better Call Saul didn't win anything. I couldn't believe it. It was the same, from what I understand, it was the same set of writers and everything. Better Call Saul was awesome. I love that show, man. That show was awesome. Dave Orkin comes up with a name. He says Blue Murder. I don't know if I should have that word in there, but Mr. Mick says Misty Blue. I like that too. Dang, man. Y'all making this hard. Let's see. Mr. Curtis says, yeah, true. It looks baby blue to me and has that sustainer thing. So how about Crybaby or the Carolina Crybaby? Wow. I like that too. What am I going to do, man? There's like 8 good names right there. Greasy Buggy. Hector, the Schecter. Look at me, Hector. Remember that? Breaking Bad. Gus, look at me, Hector. Before his wheelchair blew up. Other people I don't know what he's talking about. Breaking Bad fans know what I'm talking about. Sky Screamer. Ralph, the German, but dude, I thought you were asleep by now. He says, blue suede shoes, Blue Lagoon, Blues Clues. I'm not going with that one. I should go with what my grandson loves to watch, Bluey. He loves watching that show, Bluey. Oh, man. Let's see. Randy Price says Blue Powder, a.k.a. Vi. Ooh. Oh, man. I like that. Damn. Dave Morgan says Blue Meanie. I like that too, man. Dang, y'all. Now, when I pick one, people are I don't want anybody to get mad. What? JR, what's up, man? How are you doing? How are you doing, man? Blue Balls Barb. Wow. Man, that's hilarious. Mr. Mickey, right? He says, with all these names, you'll need more blue guitars for them. Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I got this one. What other? Well, I got the blue LTD right here that, I don't know. Can y'all see that? I don't even think I named it either. So, right there, man. You can't see it. Blue LTD. awesome. It's got one pickup. So I can choose two names because I never named that one. Dang. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Kablooey. Yeah. Yeah, my little grandson, he loves that. He loves that. Oh, yeah. Let's see, my phone is blowing up, man. I don't know who's sending me messages. Dave Morgan says Blue Meanie is an ECW WWF wrestler I went to school with. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Okay. No, I'm not real big on wrestling. I've always loved wrestling. Not to turn this into a wrestling podcast because I don't know enough to do something like that. But isn't that Owen Hart? Wasn't he the Blue Meanie? Didn't he? Is that wrong? I know he passed away from being up in the rafters, and he was supposed to come down, and the fastener broke, and he fell. That was live on a pay-per-view, right? And he passed away. Wasn't he the Blue Meanie? Or maybe he was something else. But that name sounds familiar. No? Okay, no? Oh, okay. Well, I know he was some kind of character, right? Owen Hart, because he was wearing a mask, and I can't remember what the character name was. Anyway. But the Blue Meanie I might use for the LTD. Because let's see. This is the LTD right here. I don't know. I might need to change cameras. It's the LTD right there. Got one pickup. Got a Floyd Rose with a trim block in the back, and it is awesome. And it's got that overdrive switch. Man, you flip that thing down, and it's like turning on a overdrive pedal or something right there. So the Blue Meanie would be this one. I can see that right now. Yeah. So whoever come up with that one, I gotta double check and make sure who came up with that. Whoever came up with the Blue Meanie, that's the LTD now. So whoever came up with that, was that you, Mr. Orkin? Wait a minute. This thing just jumped. Mr. Mick says the Blue Meanie was from the Beatles' Yellow Submarine. Oh, if that's the case, I don't know hardly nothing about the Beatles' history. I never was into the Beatles. I tried. That's just too far ahead of my time. I just never could get into their music. Don't get me wrong. They're amazing for what they're known for. Yeah. What Ralph says, before you name it, you need to find out its pronoun. Oh, Lord. If that's the case, I'm in trouble because I hated that stuff in school. J.R. Edwards, he says, Owen actually passed from falling from the rafters as the Blue Angel. Are you serious? Oh, no. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was his character name. I remember it was from the rafters. Yeah, I didn't know that was his. I did not know that. Wow. Man. I did not know that at all, man. Yes, Bloody Soup says the LTD is definitely a Blue Meanie. Yeah. So I got to see who came up with that name. I got to give him credit and a round of applause. So who was it that came up with that? Who was that? Dave Morgan said it wasn't him. No? Okay. Mr. Mick? Mr. Mick came up with a... Is that right? Mr. Mick, did you come up with the name Blue Meanie? Was that you that came up with that? Because there were so many names. Dave Orkin says yes. Well, Mr. Mick, thank you, man. Thank you for the name. The LTD is now the Blue Meanie. Yes, okay, there he is. All right. Thank you, Mr. Mick, for the name. The LTD has now been christened the Blue Meanie. Yes. There's Rod. Rod says, Mr. Mick. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. As far as the Schecter, I'm leaning towards the Blue Powder. I like that name. I like that. I'm leaning toward the Blue Powder. What do y'all think? I think it just fits it really well. I think Randy Price came up with that name, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Somebody else said something about Blue Powder referring to Breaking Bad. I want to say Randy came up with that name. Mr. Mick, did you say you wanted to hear this LTD? Do you want to hear what it sounds like? There's Randy. Yeah, Randy come up with the name. Okay. All right. Thank you, man. All right. Blue Powder. The Schecter is now named Blue Powder. Thank you, Randy Price. Thank you, sir. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, I can let you hear what that sounds like if you want to, Mr. Mick. Let me, man, can I just I have no room here. Let me see if I can just slide my chair back and I'll just strum a couple of chords or something, man. I don't even know if that thing's in tune, honestly. Let me see here. Hang on. Let me get my get these things here. I gotta move stuff here. Here. Okay. So, yeah, this is a nice guitar, man. Very, very nice guitar. I just rolled over the. There we go. That's why I always try to have that chair out of the way when I'm playing. Let's plug this in here, shall we? Okay. Turn this on. Let's see. Let me check my tuning first. Well, if we plug it in, it might work, right? Yeah, I figured it's going to be low. A little flat, because I haven't played this guitar in a while. But it does have the... What I do like about it, it's got the trim blocker on the back. And so it's not a floating system. Let's see. Just give me a second. Always got to check your tuning, man. If I'd have known. And he's got a detune on it too, as well, which is a cool feature. Very cool. Okay. So I got the switch. I got the overdrive switch up. So that's, I say overdrive, but it's off, right? And we'll throw it down. That's cool, man. It sounds good. It's a great playing guitar. Let's see. Trying to see if I can find something. Well, we'll see. Let's see. All right, there's that. It's a great guitar, man. Great guitar. Got this from Mr. Jeff. Mr. Jeff, man. Wonderful. Let me put this up here before I get all twisted up here. Oh, man. That's what I like about that trim block, man. It don't take long to tune. Don't take too long. Okay. Change that camera angle. Limited space here to move around, man. Okay. Look at Jesus. Okay. All right. So let me get to the okay. All right, we're trying to get back on the. Here's my pick. That Eddie Van Halen's 1 millimeter EVH picks, man. I love them. Love those picks. Nice. All right, cool. Yes, that's it. Thank you, Bloody Soup. The 87 LTDs are great. Yeah, man. That I love that guitar. I just wish I could play it worth a damn, but I'm telling you, my fingertips have had it, man. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, they say that the neck and the headstock makes it look a lot longer than what it is. That guitar plays amazing. Yeah. Amazing playing guitar. Michael Curtis, Black and Blue would be an appropriate song. Okay, Led Zeppelin, Rock and Roll, that'll work. Yeah. I used to have that on here, Black and Blue, Van Halen, and I need to go over that. I need to go over that some more to even get in the ballpark. But I like that song. It's a good song. Yeah. Hey, Frank, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here, man. Thank you. Let me make sure I get my applause ready. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for the horns, man. Thank you. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. And Jimmy Z. There he is, man. Jimmy Z. Jimmy Z. How you doing, Jimmy? Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Peace to you, my friend. Thank you. Hey, Billy Shelton, what's going on, brother? How are you doing, man? I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you, Bloody Sue. You're too kind. Thank you. And thank you, Michael Curtis. Thank you, man. Yeah. I would love to just get on here and play for like 2 hours straight. And for whatever reason, that I think people like it more when we have a conversation. I don't think people mind a couple of songs, but a whole show, because I've done it before, just for the numbers for me, I don't think people are into that. And I don't know. It's just the way it goes. But that's cool. That's fine. I don't mind. As long as I get to play something. Jimmy Z, rock and roll for real, he says. Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Mick. Yeah, he want to know what that guitar sounded like. There you go, sir. Yeah. It's a great playing guitar. Yeah, absolutely. I love the way that guitar sounds, man. That's why I keep it on the hook right there, because you never know. Let's see here. Michael Curtis says, you had an extra country twang when you said, here's my pick. Here's my pick. Yeah. Yeah, man. I also have some of these. I don't know how good this is going to come across. That's the Joe Wentz Project picks right there. That is not coming over good at all, is it? Man. Well, I don't guess that's going to work. That's my logo, but it's hard to see. And it says the Joe Wentz Project there. And those are 1 millimeter as well. And they play good. That's just what I like. 1 millimeter. That's that matches the color matches blue powder back there. But that's what I like. I don't know. Everybody's different. I went through different eras, different size picks, you know. Oh my goodness. We got all kind of messages coming through. I will have to check those out later. Because when you're live, man, when you're live, you're live. I can't sit there and look at messages while I'm live. Let's see. Did I say Payik? I must have put a really big country twang on it. That pick had 2 syllables. There's my Payik. Oh my God, did I say that? Pick. I'm sorry if I did. That's something that drives me nuts. Well, a lot of people around here, we have family members that will do that. And my stepdaughter, and here's like 1 syllable words. Instead of saying no, she'll go no, like Noah, Noah. And when I first heard it, I said, "What'd you say? Who's Noah? Is somebody here?" You know, she said, "No." I said, "No." That's what it sounded like. He said Noah. And then my wife's granddaughter, she's got kids of her own now. She got like 4 kids of her own. She can't say Sprite. She says Sprite. Do you have a cold Sprite? I said, "You mean a Sprite?" So I can't say anything. Oh yeah, Jimmy C said, "No, you actually didn't say it like that. I was just playing off of what Michael Curtis said. Plus, you are from South Carolina, so correct." Like I said, I know there's certain things I say that probably have that southern drawl to it, man. I'm sure I do. I remember one time I was talking to a guy about a guitar build. This was, God, 6-7 years ago, and he's like, yeah, he had me on, like, I don't know, he lives up north, up north. I don't know exactly what state, and he had me on speaker or something. I guess he told his wife, he goes, "Hey, there's this dude on the phone. His name's Joe. Listen how he talks." And I'm sitting there going, "What did he just say?" And then you can hear his wife go, "I like your accent." And I said, "Excuse me?" She said, "I like your accent." I said, "Well, I am from America. You know, I don't know what you mean." She goes, "No, where are you from?" I said, "Well, South Carolina." "Oh, well, that sounds so funny." "Okay, thank you." Oh, well, everybody's got their own way they talk, huh? That's right. Michael Curtis says, "Yeah, that's a good point. Joe is from South Carolina. He's allowed to have a little extra twang." Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's plenty of that, man. I'm sure I do. But that's all right, man. That's okay. It's all about having a good time, right? Oh man. So, speaking of getting back into guitar stuff, have y'all seen? Well, I've seen it on social media on my phone about Steve Lukather and Alex Van Halen getting together to do something. Have y'all seen this? And I think people were getting excited there for a minute that Alex was going to do an album and have Steve Lukather play on it. And when I first saw these things on social media, I thought that for a brief moment, but then I was like, nah, man. I said, I don't think Alex can play no more. Because when he did that public speaking engagement about his book, that they said you couldn't film in there. Excuse me. And I saw people that put shorts on YouTube when he was doing that speaking engagement, and he went to get up and leave, and he had like this big walking stick, and man, that guy couldn't hardly walk. Alex Van Halen couldn't hardly walk. He was wobbling back and forth and taking these weird steps. I said, oh my God. I said, he couldn't play if he wanted to. So I'm assuming, because Alex, if I recall correctly, y'all tell me in the live chat here, that Alex said that he had some music with him and his brother that he's possibly going to release. And I'm thinking that he's going to get Steve Lukather to help him kind of organize on what to put out. Maybe. That's my guess. I haven't looked into, took a deep dive into this, but that's what I'm guessing. Let's see what y'all are thinking. Let's see. Dave Workin says Steve Lukather is only helping Alex. Now, are you referring to like what I just said about him helping possibly get together some music, unreleased stuff? That's what I'm thinking. Jimmy Z says, I have a buddy that lives in Aiken. He's always telling me I need to move out there, that it's a great place. Oh, let me tell you something, Jimmy. Now, I'm not, this is just my 2 cents, really. I used to deliver to the Walmarts out there in Aiken years ago. And granted, it's been some time back, but Aiken, when I would go there, Aiken didn't have a lot. I mean, it's not really a banging, happening place. Not when I was delivering out there. It could be different now, but it's pretty low key, I guess. Let's see. Dave Workin says Alex has the same issue as Phil Collins. Interesting. I saw an interview, was it week before last, where they interviewed Phil Collins, and he was doing some final shows with Genesis, and Phil Collins' son is playing the drums. I thought that was really cool. And Phil Collins was singing. I don't know if he's doing anything now, but he does he have some type of condition other than what Alex has? Is that what the only thing Phil Collins has? Because he went to get behind the drum set and he couldn't hardly move, man. Phil Collins. In that video I saw, I was like, oh my God. Jimmy Z says, oops, it didn't show. There we go. Jimmy Z says maybe he's like Ozzy. He can't walk 10 feet, but can jam on the drums. Could be, man. I don't know. I asked Dave if he thinks that Steve Lukather is helping, I said Ozzy. Phew. Steve Lukather is helping Alex Van Halen on picking out material to be released. Dave says, yes. That's what I feel. Even Steve Lukather, they asked him, and he said, I would never play one note on a Van Halen album. I have too much respect for that legacy to even consider that. Yeah, Michael Curtis says, What is it exactly do Alex Van Halen and Phil Collins have? I know it's something to do with their back. I don't know I don't even know the name. I just know that I know that they're effed up, man. I guess it's come from playing drums for so long. And I guess, man. And with Alex, and even in his book, he said that during the 0812 tour with Sammy and all that, when Alex was getting sober, I think he got sober at the end of the 5150 tour and all that. He got straightened out, but he started taking a lot of pills. He got hooked on some heavy duty pain pills, I guess. And so let's see here. Let me see if I can. Jimmy Z was talking about moving to Aiken, South Carolina. He said, good, I ain't looking for a banging place. Low key is perfect. Well, there you go. There you go. If that's what you're wanting, it's like that, man. There's not when I was there, it wasn't crap. I was like, damn, what do you do in this town? Not that I'm just saying, I don't know. Like, wow. But, hey. Dave Workin says it's some kind of spinal issue. Okay. That's sad, man. I kind of guess. I said it must be something to do with that, but I do remember Alex saying he was hitting some serious pain pills for a long time. And yes, there you go. There you go. Michael Curtis, he says, on a related note, why was Alex wearing a neck brace in 1995? Was it a drumming? He had I think he said he had a herniated disc or something, or a slip disc or something that happened in his neck or something like that. And I think that's what spawned the beginning of the pain pills. And he said he kept taking pills. If I recall this properly from his book, he just kept taking pills instead of getting a surgery because he didn't want to, I guess, be on the bench, trying to get healed up. There we go. Yes. Thank you, Randy. He says that herniated disc. Alex has 2 herniated disc in his neck. Yeah. Man. And I can't remember how that happened. I guess I don't know if that came from drumming and he just turned his neck the wrong way, or I don't know. But I can tell you this. Once you have a back surgery, you're never the same. Now I know that's in his neck, and that's even more of a, dangerous spot to have surgery. But I've had 2 back surgeries, and my wife's had 6. So you're just never the same. That's why I still walk with a slight limp, because my whole from my right leg all the way up to my hip all the way down was numb, because the nerves are being pinched for so long, and my right foot I would pick it up off the ground, it would just drop. They call it drop foot. And when I was finally able to get my second surgery, my back doctor told me, he said, it might you might get your foot back in working order, and it might not. And it came back about 75%. Got very lucky because you use your right foot for the gas pedal, when you're driving and all. So I had to kind of make my own little kind of new way of driving. But luckily, my foot the mobility came back enough where I could operate, because that's what I do for a living, is drive, And I was like, damn. So a lot of the times I had to engage the cruise control, which that helped a whole lot. And I still do that. I can't drive with my foot down on the gas pedal the whole time. I do that for a couple minutes and it starts to hurt right where I had my surgeries, man. It'll start killing my back right in that spot where they cut. So it's just from years of driving. And it's just, I guess, taking its toll. Being in that one position all the time, driving in that rig, man, being in that seat, and it's just the way it goes. Let's see. Mr. Price makes a comment. He says Phil Collins had neck surgery and has nerve damage from that. Oh, man. Oh, no. That's what I'm saying, man. It's and that's Phil Collins. So, he went to one of the best surgeons around. But I'm sure they tell him, hey, we'll go in there and do what we can do, but there's no guarantees. That's horrible. Man, that's horrible. That's scary. I couldn't imagine something happening where you couldn't play music anymore. That's like being robbed of your passion. Holy crap, dude. That's why when I'm always doing something outside in the yard, or especially at work, unhooking trailers and doing whatever, I always wear gloves. Big old, thick gloves, man. Always protect my hands if I can. And I've always, even when I'm doing stuff around the house, like just small, minimal things, I got some gloves on. You don't never know, man. You don't never know. It just takes one little thing something to puncture your hand or your fingers or whatever, and it's happened to me, so I always wear gloves now. Always, man. Let's see. Randy Price says Alex broke his back at a shooting range in 2022 as well. He's got bone density loss in his spine. Oh my God. In a shooting range in 2022. What the heck was he shooting? Damn. Shooting a cannon or something? Oh man. Apparently it was 3 herniated discs in 95. Crazy. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. No wonder he was on so many pain pills, man. Damn. Yeah, it's a lot easier I would imagine it's a lot easier to take some pills than to go under the knife. If it kills the pain for a little bit, you can kind of keep going, but once that wears off, you're right back where you started. And it's, I'm telling you, man, that's that's one thing. When the few surgeries I've had, they prescribed me pain pills. I would only use them when I needed it. And when I got better, I got rid of them. I told my wife, I said, flush them down the toilet, because I'm not going to take them, because I don't want to. I've seen so many people get hooked on that stuff, man. I mean, family members. I mean, I've seen them get hooked on stuff, man. And it's like, I had a cousin that passed away. He passed away about a year ago, maybe not quite. He always had an addiction to pills and whatever else. And then his mom, which is my aunt, got really bad, and she started to develop dementia, so they put her in a home. And he was at the house by himself. I don't need to say nothing else what happened there. And the bad thing is, his poor mama didn't even know, because she didn't know who anybody was anymore, and then she died not long after. It's sad. But his whole life that I remember, he got hooked on stuff, man, and it was just sad. He robbed his parents of a lot of happiness, man. So let's see here. Mr. Randy says that's the problem with pain pills. Got to keep taking them and upping them so they don't wear off. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man, you get used to that. You get used to that dosage. And it just doesn't. You start chasing the dragon's tail, as they say, or whatever. Michael Curtis says, I know what you mean about possibly losing the ability to do what you love. I had a small stroke in 2016. Thankfully, I recovered about 90%. Oh my God. God bless you, Michael. Man, God bless you on that. Oh my God. God bless you, sir. Man. Yeah, I just found out I have an older cousin. My other cousin called me earlier today, and I haven't talked to him in a long time. This is on my mom's side of the family. And the one I was talking about before was on my dad's side of the family. But yeah, my older cousin, she had a stroke. And I'm hoping it's a mild one. I don't know. I sent her a text message earlier, but I don't know. I didn't hear from her, so I don't know. Greasy Monkey Guitar says, any disability sucks. I'm legally blind with retinitis pigmentosa, extreme tunnel vision, and I miss driving so much. I used to love to drive. I'm sorry, man. I had no clue, my friend. I didn't know that. Man, that's horrible. Man. Mr. Frank, he says, problem being in too many cases is the doctor turns dealer. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And it's my wife even said that too. She said that doctors love to write scripts, man. They'd rather give you a pill than a cure. And I've seen my wife go through her share of that from all the surgeries she had, and she big props to her, man. She got away from a lot of that stuff. I know that was hard, but she was in a lot of pain, and now she's not taking hardly nothing like what she used to. She still takes a little, but she has to, but nothing like what it was. Man, they wrote her so many different prescriptions for pain medication. It was incredible. And I was like, how the hell are you supposed to function with all these bottles of pain pills? She did for a while, and then she said, I gotta get off this shit, man. She goes, I gotta get off this stuff. And she did. Mr. Frank says, I work in the field helping those in recovery. Oh, God bless you, man. Oh, man. That's amazing. God bless you. Yes. Michael Curtis. Greasy Monkey says, Michael Curtis, stay strong. Absolutely. Yes. Mr. Price says the doctor dealer is too common. Isn't that something, man? My wife was telling me, I don't know I think it was in Florida, that there were they had a name for it. A bunch of, oh man, what do they call it? Pill houses or something, where it was just where doctors would set up and just write scripts, man, for all kind of pills, and they were making a mint. And then there was a big bust by the law enforcement and got all those things shut down, and all those doctors went to prison. And I was like, oh God. So yeah. What is this now? Michael Curtis, my friend, is watching. What's that now? My friend's watching D&D. What does that mean? Do not disturb? I'm kind of lost. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I'm missing something here. Let's see. Michael Curtis says, my friend is watching the live stream with me. Oh, she said she'll pray for your... Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's something else, man. Well, thank you, Michael's friend. Thank you for watching. Dave Orkin, you hit it. You hit the nail on the head. My wife has said that too. And it's something I never thought about. She brought this up a long time ago when we first got together and, started dating. And she said the same thing. Dave Orkin, let me highlight that again. He goes, there's no money in a cure. and she brought that up to me years ago, and I just never thought about it. She's like, can you imagine all the money they would lose, the pharmaceutical industry would lose she goes, there's a cure. She goes, there's got to be a cure for the common cold, but they don't want to lose all that money. And I said, damn. I started thinking about it. I said, yeah, it makes sense. And all the money would be gone. That's right. Mr. Price, you got it. No long-term money for cures. That's right. That's so sad, though, man. And it's like, now I'm going to tell you what my wife and I were talking about back when the pandemic was going on and stuff, and a lot of people were passing away. And granted, a lot of them were elderly people, but there were some people that weren't elderly and all this, and they needed help, and it was like they couldn't get any help. And I was talking to my wife about it. I said, why won't the government help these people? She said, population control. She said and I was like, wow. But then again, that's the government, I guess. I mean, that's sad. Yes, bloody soup, there you go. Pill farms. Yeah, I couldn't remember what the name, the term was. Yeah. Yeah. Large car lifestyle, Slick Rick. He says, I have an addiction. I've been addicted to my wife for 25 years. Hey, man, there you go. All right. Slick Rick and Miss Dina running the major trucking big business there. There you go, Rick. Mr. Frank says, yes. Yeah, Frank T says, more support networks needed. Even discussions like this help more than we know. Wow. Awesome, man. That's good to know, man. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your kind words. I'm trying to get this thing to move here. What is wrong with this thing? There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Michael Curtis says, sorry, the D&D thing was a slip of the fingers, but while we're on it, do not disturb me, Joe. I'm tired of hearing your mouth. Whoa. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. I'm kidding. He didn't say that. All right. Let's see. Hey, there's Rod. Hey, Rod. Rod says, want to talk population control? Just look at what Bill Gates says. It's scary. What does he say? I have no idea. But I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I don't watch the news anymore. Everything's negative. I get so sick of hearing about negative stuff. And I came across something. What's his name? Let's see. Steve Hartman. He's with CBS News, and you can see these videos on YouTube. He works for. It says something about the act of kindness with Steve, moments of kindness, or random acts of kindness with Steve Hartman, or something. And it's really nice to see these videos. It's so uplifting and heartwarming, and nice to see people do good things for people, because that never gets reported. It's all negative doomsday crap, That's why I don't watch the news or nothing anymore. I just don't. I used to listen to a lot of news talk radio years ago when I was, since I drive for a living, and I never will forget when 9/11 happened, and that came over the radio. When I heard it for the first time live in the moment, and ever since then I quit. That's when I stopped listening to terrestrial radio. To tell you the truth, I was like, that's it. I'm tired of hearing all this negative stuff. Because if something really that bad is going to happen, what are we going to do? What am I going to do? Nothing. Ain't nothing I can do to stop it. So these hanging up right here on the wall, that's my escape from reality right there. Music. Makes me feel good, man. It makes me feel good, and it takes me away from the real world for a while. And I think we all can relate to that. I really think I'm sure we all do in this chat here. Rod says, look it up on Google. Okay. I will have to check that out. Mr. Dave Orkin says, the news is nothing but bad news every day. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I just don't watch it no more. Nope. Mm-mm. No, sir. Speaking of the news, I saw an interview with, what's his name? The guitar player that used to be with Huey Lewis in the News. Oh, man, I saw it last night before I fell asleep. Seems like such a nice guy. He was a lead guitar player for Huey Lewis for a long time. And then he finally said that he told Huey he had enough because he wanted to see his family. He wanted to see his kids grow up. And he was never home. And I was like, wow. And Huey Lewis is really cool about it. He's like, are you sure you want to do this? He's like, yeah. So Huey supported him, man. Said, okay, man, do what you got to do. And Rod says, I don't watch the news anymore either. Yeah, man, when I go to my mom, God bless her, my mom came over here for dinner earlier tonight, and we had barbecue and all. It was really good. And when I go to my mom's house, you know what she always has on her TV? It's not the news. It's some old TV show she used to watch back in the 90s, maybe Matlock or the Andy Griffith Show or some other show. She's always got something like that playing, not the news. Now, when I was little, and when I mean little, I mean like second and third grade, and if my parents dropped me off at my grandparents' house to spend the night, that's all they ever watched was the news all the time. Oh. And listen, this is going to prove that we're all in the same Gen X bracket. I'm going to do this sound effect. You tell me what TV news show this represents. It was really famous in the 70s and 80s, possibly the 90s. It still might be famous today. But you tell me what news show this is. It's a real show. What show's that? We'll all know what that is. Let me go back to these comments. Yeah, Huey Lewis. I love Huey Lewis. I love those songs, Heart and Soul and Want a New Drug. I love those songs, man. And then when they got after sports, I didn't like it as much. It's kind of doo-wop, kind of pop. I liked Power of Love, Back to the Future. That was a good song. But Sports was that was their commercial hit album. Michael Curtis says, and you doing what you do for an escape for someone else, Joe, like when you played Led Zeppelin a little while ago. That made my day. Thank you, Michael Curtis. Thank you. Very, very kind of you, man. That's very kind, because it could be played a lot better by somebody else. Well, thank you. It's very kind of you. Let's see. Yeah, the guy from Huey Lewis. Yeah. Yeah. Golden Girls. That was another great show that it used to be on a lot here in our house. I guess my wife got burnt out on it, so we don't. Well, I love that show. That show was hilarious. And my mom used to always watch, and back in its prime, she always used to watch Mama's Family. I don't know if y'all are familiar with it. I'm sure you are, but let's see. I see the answers coming up already. Let's see. When I did that, yeah, let's see here. Jimmy Z, I love the old Westerns and Andy Griffith. My all-time favorite is The Lone Ranger, 1949, and still the best show there. Oh man, The Lone Ranger. I remember that I barely remember that, but that was a big deal when I was a kid. The Lone Ranger and his sidekick Tonto. Oh, Kimasabi. Yes, there you go. 60 minutes. Correct. Chris Cobb, welcome, man. Yes, 60 minutes is correct. Yeah. That was the show. It was either the news, Lawrence Welk, or 60 Minutes when I was a little kid at my grandparents. Yep. Exactly. Alan Robinson, hey, man, welcome. 60 Minutes, you were correct. That's right. Yeah. Jimmy Z. That's right. Yeah, now the only I'm not quite sure, but as far as 60 Minutes goes, I only see the ones that come up on my YouTube feed now are 60 Minutes Australia. I don't know why that is. I don't freaking live in Australia, but hello, mate. But anyway, it's I don't know. I still watch it sometimes, but I prefer the American version because of what's going on here. Martin said that he says that pardon me, he says I also stopped listening to the news recently because all we hear in Canada is your orange clown is trying to scare us. Oh wow. Yeah, I ain't gonna get into that. I just people have their own opinions. Hey, Martin, there's a dude I started watching recently on YouTube. What is his YouTube channel? Scote? Is that right? Scote? Skote? Scote Outdoors or something? And this dude does a lot of stuff out in the middle of nowhere. With him and a chainsaw, he could build a log cabin and all that. And the last couple episodes I watched, him and his wife bought this house on this abandoned island. Y'all should check that out if you want something good to watch. That dude, man, he's a regular Grizzly Adams, man. That dude, he knows what he's doing. Slick Rick, Large Car Lifestyle, Power of Love, Huey Lewis. Yeah, man. It's a great song. Great song. I love that song. Absolutely. I covered that, but it's been a while. It's been a minute. 60 minutes. All right, let's see. Michael Curtis, I tried to type out 60 minutes, and it came out 79. That doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? That's funny. That's okay, man. I know it's all good. Dave Organ says, I have Huey Lewis Sports on vinyl. Really? Dang. Yeah, I remember when that came out. That was huge. And let's see here. Jimmy Z makes a comment. He says that I love Huey Lewis as well in the news. Those guys were awesome. Saw them at the end of a Kansas City Royals baseball game. They drug out a stage out of the outfield gate right over second base. It was an awesome show. Wow. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I think Huey Lewis, speaking of other musicians that have some disabilities now, like Alex Van Halen, Phil Collins, I think Huey Lewis, I think he lost his hearing or he lost enough of it to where he can't sing. I couldn't believe that, man. I saw that on YouTube a couple of years ago. And it's just from, I guess, performing all those years with loud volume. And I want to say he went deaf in one ear and he could still sing. And then eventually he lost his hearing and he has to have hearing aids to be able to hear a little bit. And I didn't know that, let's see, I Want a New Drug. If you listen to I Want a New Drug and you listen to the song Ghostbusters, they sound very familiar. And I didn't know there was a lawsuit that had happened. It come out in the press like Huey Lewis sued Ray Parker Jr. Really, it was the record companies that did it. It wasn't the actual band members. They didn't go after each other. It was the record companies and Huey Lewis. even today, he won't talk about it, but Ray Parker Jr. talked about it because he won the case. Did y'all know that? Maybe you did. I don't know. But yeah. So they went after Ray Parker Jr. and said, hey, man, your song is whatever. But I think he might already had that song in the works or something. I don't know. But so I guess Ray Parker countersued and he won. So whoever, so when I saw that interview with Huey Lewis about him losing his hearing, the guy doing the interview, he had to, can you talk about the Ray Parker? He said, man, I can't talk about that. I'm still under a gag order. I can't talk about that. So even the guitar player that got interviewed last night, the guy asked him, he said, man, I can't talk about that. I was like, damn. I was like, isn't it kind of old news by now? But, oh, well. I didn't know if y'all knew that or not. Let's see. Mama's Family. Yeah, remember that? Mama's Family? Which was, here's a trivia question. I know we don't do trivia here, but Mama's Family was a spinoff of what show? Let's see if anybody knows that. Michael Curtis chimes in. I'll watch Andy Griffith all the time and Mama's Family every now and then. Can't beat those old sitcoms. You sure can't. I'll tell you my favorite sitcoms of all time. And y'all can tell me yours if you want. My favorite one was number 1 is Sanford and Son. That's my top favorite. Number 2 is Good Times. And number 3 is Andy Griffith for me. Three's Company was okay. I got into Three's Company more when Don Knotts was on there. He's just hilarious. But when it was the first season or whatever, I couldn't get into that show. Suzanne Summers was hot. But yes, Jimmy Z, you are correct. Yep, those old shows are awesome. The way America used to be. Thank you very much. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I don't watch regular TV, man. It's ridiculous. All this reality stuff, man. I can't watch that. All right, Mr. J.R. Edwards makes a comment. He says, looked much into the Synergy stuff? No, I haven't, but it's interesting to me. I got the new Synergy SYN20IR, which I'm finding to balance of tube and analog and digital, and has me considering selling most. Oh, I'm sorry. And has me considering selling most of it, if not all of my big amps. Wow. Synergy. Is that the new head that just came out, Mr. Edwards? I saw somebody do a Synergy review of an amp head not long ago. I wonder if that's it. But I know it said Synergy on the front. I was like, ooh, and it sounded good too. Jimmy Z says, yeah, Huey Lewis. Yeah, he's legally deaf now. He struggles a lot. That's horrible. Yeah, we talked about Mama's Family. We're talking about everything, y'all. Whatever y'all want to talk about. We're in the free-for-all hour now, so whatever you want, man. I asked what Mama's Family, what spinoff that came from. Michael Curtis comes up with the Carol Burnett Show. That is correct. Talk about classic television. Come on, man. Carol Burnett Show, Tim Conway, Harvey Korman. A whole new generation is discovering those comedy skits. And I remember seeing that back in the day when it came on, when I was a kid. And now it's all over YouTube, and people are seeing that, this what do you call it? Millennials or whatever, I guess. I'm like, yeah, that's how TV used to be for us. It was actually entertaining. Yes, All in the Family, great show. Man, you couldn't have that show today. Oh my God, can you imagine? That show was hilarious. All in the Family. And then, here's another trivia question for y'all. What spinoff show came from All in the Family? Let's see if anybody knows that. What spinoff show came from All in the Family? Yeah. Jimmy Z. You beat me to it, Michael Curtis. Tim Conway and Harvey Korman were so dang funny. Vicky was funny too. And Vicki Lawrence, man, in her time, in her day on the Carol Burnett show, she was tough, boy. She was fine, man. Dave Workins says, he always loved Good Times, All in the Family. Welcome back, Carter. I never could get into that show that much. The only thing I remember from that show was John Travolta kind of got discovered from that show. I just didn't think Gabe Kaplan was funny. I just could not. That and, oh man, oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, don't matter. Getting old. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get this to show. Jimmy Z says, Lone Ranger, WKRP in Cincinnati. The Office, Andy Griffith, Father Knows Best, MASH. My mom used to love to watch MASH, man, when I was a kid. I never could get into that show, even today. I couldn't get into it. Synergies are really nice amps. Yeah, when I saw that dude doing that review, I don't know, a month and a half ago, it sounded incredible. It sounded amazing. I was like, damn. So I've never messed with any of their stuff, but man, let's see. Michael Curtis said, I used to love Sanford & Son. I still like it, though. I have a shirt with Fred's red truck on it. Oddly enough, I got it when my family went to Myrtle Beach years ago. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. I'm seeing if anybody answered the trivia question yet. Damn, did I stump y'all? Man, let me see. I don't know. It ain't over with yet. Oh, yeah. Good Times, Different Strokes, Facts of Life. Yeah, good shows. Remember, what's her name on Facts of Life? I used to have a crush on her. She played Joe, Nancy McKeon. Yeah. Yeah, I used to have a crush on her, and she had a good career, and then she ended up stepping away to raise a family. And her husband saved her life on a movie set in real life. She was shooting like a made-for-TV movie, like a Western, and they were crossing this river with a horse and buggy, and she was on it, and the current was so strong it made the wagon fall over. She fell over, and she was wearing one of those dresses like women wore back then, like a Little House on the Prairie days, and she got swept away by the current. Her husband was on set. I think he was like a stuntman or working for the lighting crew or something, and he was there, and he saw that, and he jumped in there and saved his wife, brought her to the edge of the bank. The reason I know that, I saw in the interview with Nancy McKinnon, she said that. I was like, oh my God. Can't top that. Actually jumping in there and saving your wife's life. If that ain't true love, man, I don't know what is. But thank God he saved her. Maud was, Good Times was a spinoff from Maud. Yeah. But there was a spinoff series after All in the Family that Carol O'Connor was in. And, let's see. It was let's see here. I'm trying to get my cursor to. The Jeffersons, that could be considered one. I mean, it is, yeah. It falls in that category, yeah. But let's see. That's the Archie Bunker's place. That's what I was thinking about, yeah. Had that the girl that played Stephanie, I think think her and I are the same age. I used to have a crush on her too when she was on that show. When she was getting older, I was like, ooh, she was tough, boy. But anyway, I'm trying to see if I see another TV show I always like that I still watch today that I have seasons of that I bought. I haven't seen it pop up yet. An 80s sitcom that was hugely popular. When Archie Bunker found out he got a blood transfusion from Sammy Davis Jr., yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, that was funny, man. That's what I'm saying. That was groundbreaking for the time. That was groundbreaking for the time. Yeah. 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 Let's see. J.R. Edwards makes a comment about the synergy thing. Let me see. We're just talking about all kind of stuff, y'all. I'm trying to get my there we go. I'm sorry. Perfect balance of digital and analog and tube is what I meant to type. Oh yeah, it's Synergy's new 20 watt. Oh, it's the Lunchbox amp. Oh, nice. Okay. I need to look into that. Okay. A Thanksgiving turkey drop. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Let's see. Slick Rick chimes in with 45, 47 American flag. I have no idea what. I don't know what you mean by that. But anyway, I'm glad you're still chiming in, brother. Jimmy Z, let's see, he says her general sales manager with the Chrysler Cordova crushed red velour interior and his plaid pants and sports with Corinthian leather. Remember that? Oh, man. Yeah, those shows were awesome. But the one show that I don't see coming up, Family Ties. I love Family Ties. It's sad to see what Michael J. Fox is still going through. And I think he's like 63 now or something. I saw on social media the other day. He looks rough, man. He looks rough. Joe was hot when I was a kid. Oh, Joe from Facts of Life. Yeah, actually, they spelled her name J-O. No E on it. And, yes, Mr. Mick, Archie Bunker's place. That's right. Yeah. Yes, that's almost all those 70s sitcoms have the same name. Producer Norman Lear. Yeah. Yeah. Roseanne. Yeah, Roseanne was a show that I got into a lot later. I got into that a lot later. When it was on prime time, I hated it. Because I remember when she sang the national anthem and she butchered it on purpose and was being a smart aleck, and I didn't think it was funny. But yeah, Cosby Show was huge in its time. Alf. I didn't like Alf. My wife, she loved Alf. I thought it was dumb. But Cosby Show was king of the mountain for a long time, man. Long time. Yes. Thank you, Lonnie Anderson. Woo. Man, talk about a beautiful woman in her time, man. I think she's still living, man. Isn't she like, God, I think she's like my mom's age. I think she's like 80, I think. But in her day, boy, man. Her and, what's her name? Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie. She's still living, I think. She was always very, very pretty. That's a show. Yeah, I tried to get into that, the Bob Newhart show. I mean, I understand the humor more now, but when I was a kid, I didn't get it. I was like, why is this so funny? And then he went on to, what was it? Where him and his next TV wife ran the bed and breakfast or whatever. I guess it was called Newhart. I think that was in the 90s. And that woman that played his TV wife on that show, she was fine, man. That blonde-headed lady, she was fine, boy. Let's see here. Yeah. There we go. Family Ties, yeah. Growing Pains, I never got into that, but Family Ties, it was always that was my top favorite 80s TV sitcom was Family Ties. I got home Thursday night into Friday morning. I got home. I actually stopped at McDonald's and got some breakfast. I haven't had McDonald's breakfast in years. That sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. I got that and a couple of them small little breakfast burritos, and I sat at the kitchen table as my wife was asleep in the bed. I sat at the kitchen table, had my phone on the kitchen table, and had my AirPods in, and I was watching an episode of Family Ties, season 5. Yeah, sitting there watching that. And at that time, Michael J. Fox was on top of the world, man. At that time, he was on top of the world. And I got about some of his movies, like The Secret to My Success and Doc Hollywood. I still got him. I bought him off Prime. Wait, what, Jimmy Z? Who's it? How about Barbie Benton on Hee Haw? Yeah, Love Boat. She was hot. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Mr. Orkin looked it up. Oh, okay. Lonnie Anderson is 79. So yeah, my mom just turned 80 in January. So wow, she's my mom's age. Oh my God. Wow. I think she got remarried because wasn't she married to Burt Reynolds they were married for what, a few years, wasn't they? That was probably just I wonder if that was just I don't know. That was just a publicity thing or just because it was Burt Reynolds. I don't know. Damn it, what is wrong with this thing? Hey, man. Woodworking of Oak Hill. Hey, how are you doing, man? Married with Children. Great show, yeah. What's her name? That was on there, played the daughter. Shoot. Damn. She was hot. What is her name? Oh my God, I can see your face. Y'all need to help me. She's got a show on Netflix now. It's called Dead to Me. That is a badass show. You should watch it if you haven't watched it. You need to watch that. She just got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame not long ago either. I think she got, I think she come down with MS or Parkinson's or something. Gilligan's Island, that was huge in its day. I never was a fan of it, but the chicks on there were hot. What was it? Ginger and man, I can't remember. I always went with the southern chick. I can't remember her name. Car 54, Mr. Ed was funny. Monsters. Yeah, we're getting into the black and white shows. I used to watch some of that stuff. Jimmy Z says 2 of my all-time favorite movies, Doc Hollywood and Secret of My Success. Those are excellent movies. Oh, man, yeah, I remember that show. Sally Field when she was in Gidget. She's still living? I think she's probably... Man, she's probably in her mid-80s, maybe. I'm guessing. I don't know. Let's see. Yes. Thank you. Jimmy, thank you. Christina Applegate. Yeah. There it is. Marianne. You look at Alan. Marianne. Yeah, absolutely. any time over ginger. Absolutely. Can't go wrong with the Southern bells, man. But Christina Applegate is there. You might have already seen it. There's a show on Netflix called Dead to Me, and they did 3 seasons, and she came down with her illness, and they had to stop it. But it is a fantastic show. If you want something good to watch, like what we're talking about here, it's a really good, really good. Let's see. Don Wells, was that working of Oak Hill? Is that woodworking? Was that Marianne? Yes, it was. Okay. Yeah, okay. Very cool. I think she passed away not long ago. Absolutely Marianne all day long by 10 miles. I never could understand what was ever even, why that was even a thing. Jimmy's, yeah, I don't either. I think they tried to make Ginger like a knockoff of Marilyn Monroe or something. Which, come on, man, that there was only one Marilyn Monroe. Okay, let's see here. Tracy Monkey Guitar says, I was at a Hollywood auction house and many sci-fi props. Oh, okay. Star Trek, all that cool stuff. I never was into Star Trek. I was a Star Wars nut when I was growing up, but Star Trek was still cool. Don't get me wrong. That was over 10 years ago. Oh, yeah. I've never been to, let me read that again. A lot of props are being auctioned off. Oh, you got the laser rifle that William Shatner used in the second pilot of Star Trek. Now that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that is sweet. I gotta say, that's awesome. And, you know, I just, and they made Star Trek the movie. I remember that was a big deal when that came out when I was a kid, and I never went to see it. I don't know. I just couldn't get into Star Trek. And then, what was the other big one when I was a kid? Planet of the Apes. Remember that? That was the huge TV movie, Planet of the Apes. I actually pulled that up on YouTube like a year ago and watched some of those. And, I mean, for its time, it was pretty cool for its time. Wrath of Khan rules. I hear you, man. Corinthian leather. You know why I'm saying that? Ricardo Montalban. We need those Cadillac commercials. And he said Corinthian leather, and that was a made-up term. There was no such thing as Corinthian leather, but they made that up. Let's see. I'm trying to get to I think Jimmy Z. Speaking of sci-fi, I always loved Star Wars, but Battlestar Galactica, yeah, it was awesome. Still love the original Battlestar Galactica. Didn't like the redo. I didn't either. I didn't even watch the remake. The original with Starbuck and Apollo, that was the stuff, man. I had that ship. It looked like a triangle. I had that ship, man, when I was a kid. And it had the little red missile. You'd hit the button, it'd pop out, shoot out. Of course, they don't make stuff like that no more. It's just, it's a danger, choking hazard, and all this other, which, whatever. Wrath of Khan rules. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. Bloody Suit. Yeah, we're just talking about whatever. It's the free-for-all part of the podcast. I need to start doing that. It's now free-for-all time. If we were talking movies, I was in a movie, Little Big League. I was an extra, a Detroit Tiger and a Kansas City Royal. You might have seen my foot, nothing else. Wow. Well, that's cool. Man. How about that? Now they can just CGI all that stuff now. Chrysler. Is that what it was? Oh, man. Jimmy, y'all know which M&Ms were Tattoo's favorite? The plane. Oh, man. I remember that show, Fantasy Island. Oh, yeah, Land of the Lost. I remember that. Land of the Lost. Slee Stack, yeah. That crap used to scare the crap out of me when I was a little kid. And I was always like, why can't they ever get back to where... I think they ended up going like into... They were on this... what were they on? Like a inflatable raft, and they went to like this wormhole or something, and they went like back in time to the dinosaur days or an alternate universe or something. Yeah. Oh, there's one of my favorites. The Bionic Man, $6 Million Man. That's right, Rod. Yeah. Yeah. I had that action figure, man. Yeah. Let's see here. Jimmy Z said, I also crushed on Maureen McCormick in the 80s on Love Boat and Fantasy Island. She was even way hotter than she was on the Brady Bunch. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I barely remember the theme song. Greasy Monkey Guitar said, Marshall, Will, and Holly went on a routine expedition. I thought that in one of those shows, I don't know if it was Land of the Lost or something, I thought it was one of those dudes that was on the Brady Bunch that was on there. Maybe he just looked like him. Maybe it was. I thought it was, but I can't. Maybe it's just my warped memory. Oh, man. What are you talking about, Jimmy, man? Wonder Woman, she was a smoke show. Linda Carter, are you kidding me? Golly, boy. Yeah, man. Whew. Man, can you imagine? You know how many guys on that set were like, yeah, I'm working on the Wonder Woman show. What's your job? Watching Linda. She was beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah, I think she was like a Miss, what? She was not Miss America, but whatever state she was from, she was the beauty queen of that state. And I can't remember what it was. I remember hearing something about that. But yeah, Linda Carter was something else in her time. Jimmy said, I wanted Wonder Woman to tie me up with that rope and do stuff. Yeah, man. That's something I never got. I was like, what kind of... All the other superheroes had cool utility belts and weapons, and she had a rope. You're going to tell me the truth. Finding somebody just have a knife and cut it, but anyway. Oh, yeah. Heather Thomas on the Fall Guy, yeah. And Lee Majors sang the theme song, which was horrible. Like Chuck Norris with Walker, Texas Ranger, how he sang that thing or talked through it is horrible. But Heather Thomas in her day, yeah, very beautiful. And now, man, she don't even look like the same woman. Yeah. It was something else back then, man. Some good shows. What in the world? Frank T. Oh, man, dude, really? Thank you, man. You didn't have to do that. Oh, man. Thank you so much, man. That's... Oh, man. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, man. Shout out to Frank for the super chat. Much love and respect to all. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. Thank you, man. Yeah, we're getting ready to get out of here. We've been on for, oh, my God, 2.5 hours? I thought... But man, I was going for 2 hours, but I didn't know. Thank y'all very much. That was really nice, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. yeah, man, we'll get ready to wrap it up here. It says, Jimmy Z says, back when men were men and women were women, and we were allowed to be and supposed to be. That's right. I agree 100%, man. There you go. God bless America. Lawrence Car Lifestyle with the final word. Dukes of Hazzard. Daisy Duke. That's right. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for being here. And man, I had a great time. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for making this a success, as you always do. And if it wasn't for y'all in the chat, this wouldn't be a show, man. There would be nothing here. I look forward to this every weekend, sometimes Friday, sometimes Saturday, just depends on my schedule. But thank y'all very much. And big shout out to Major Trucking out there. Be careful, brother. I will talk to you later in the week. Everybody else, God bless. Be kind to each other. Be safe. And tune in next time. I look forward to it. Thank you for being here. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.